Steph Gingrich is a character from the Life is Strange series, appearing first in Life is Strange Before the Storm, then in Life is Strange True Colors and True Colors Wavelengths, and also in the book Steph's Story by Rosiee Thor. Steph's journey is one that begins with emotional avoidance and navigating past trauma masked behind her wit and charisma. Her story ultimately reveals it is through vulnerability, connection, and chosen family that she learns to confront her trauma, be seen authentically, and finally feel a sense of belonging, transforming her home from something she lost into something she actively builds. I love Steph. She is personally my favorite Life is Strange character. She's an enthusiastic game master, running tabletop RPGs with her friends. She's the manager of the local Haven Springs record store, as well as the DJ of their radio station, KRCT Mountain Radio. She's openly lesbian and sports a shirt with a lesbian flag colored D20 the first time we see her in True Colors. She plays the drums and is an overall really cool nerd. She comes off as very confident and charismatic, but these traits are ultimately masks for the trauma she has underneath. We first meet Steph in Life is Strange Before the Storm. She is close friends with Chloe and Rachel Amber. They went to Blackwell Academy and used to hang out playing tabletop RPGs together. Steph has a crush on Rachel, along with most of the school, understandably. But most importantly, she realizes her and Chloe have a thing going on, and she respects it. In Steph's story, she says, Rachel was gorgeous and funny and full of surprises, but in the end, she was way more complex than the love triangle we made for her. In the end, she didn't get to decide anything for herself, because some asshole with a god complex chose for her. Rachel Amber's loss deeply affects her, and is the cause of the beginning of her emotional avoidance. Losing a close friend only being a teenager, then, not long after, the storm destroys her home, Arcadia Bay, and her mother is among the casualties. This trauma remains unresolved as she moves in with her father in Seattle. She has a suitcase that she's unwilling to unpack because it is full of things that remind her of the version of herself in Arcadia Bay, which directly symbolizes her unpacked trauma. She refuses to decorate her room in her dad's house and collect things because all of her things were lost in the storm, and she's afraid of losing them again. She has a 6-month-old text from Mikey that she cannot bring herself to respond to, because if she thinks about him too much, she'll think about her mom. In Wavelengths, we hear the last phone call Steph had with her mom while bunkered down during the storm. The last thing they said to each other was, I love you.
The whole town is rubble. It'll hit our house soon. I'm taking shelter, but I love you, okay? Mom! Mom!
In her relationship with Izzy after forming their band, Drugstore Makeup, Steph is afraid to tell Izzy she loves her because the last person she said that to died. She is afraid of any emotional attachment. It is easier for her to run, acting like she is fine until she is not. This running from her trauma affects her personal relationships, and her relationship with Izzy is pretty rocky. She isn't able to open up to Izzy about her past, which causes fights in an unstable relationship because Izzy doesn't know what's going on. At one point in Steph's story, Izzy surprises Steph with a trip to the beach, but that's a trigger for Steph and she runs away. Naturally, Izzy is confused. To quote Steph's story, she says, I should really tell her, more than just the basics. I should tell her about the wind and the rain, about the wreckage, about the final phone call with my mom, about our last words to each other over a static connection. I should tell her about how I still can't look at the ocean without the grief welling up inside me, how I can't bring myself to text Chloe or Mikey anymore because it reminds me too much of the time before my life came crashing down. I should tell her she's the first person I said I love you to, about how I'm still waiting for the words to ruin her the way they ruined Mom. However, she still can't bring herself to tell Izzy, and they end up just driving back home. Steph knows her and Izzy are in a pattern of fighting and making up without actually resolving anything. She says it doesn't feel like they're really trying together, and nothing that's broken between them is getting fixed. She doesn't feel at home in Seattle, and she doesn't feel a true home with Izzy either. It's not until Gabe starts messaging Steph on Reddit about stopping in Haven Springs for their drugstore makeup tour that she starts thinking about what's really best for her. Steph messaged Gabe asking if it was raining in Haven Springs, in which he replied, it wasn't, and asked why. She said she just needed some clear skies. Clear skies, meaning a place away from Izzy, and away from the things that remind her of her past. Clear skies, a fresh start. Once Steph and Izzy get to their tour stop in Haven Springs, Steph loves it. She feels like Haven Springs has the best parts of that small town familiar feeling that Arcadia Bay had, all while feeling new enough to her. That home she has been longing to find was within her grasp. Steph tells Izzy that she doesn't want to leave Haven Springs. She wants to stay. Izzy is disappointed. As a trans person, she does not want to live in a small town, rightfully so, and says she knew this would happen, where Steph would leave her.
It's not you. And it's not the band. I fucking love that shit. But I need to try this. It's just time for something new.
I knew it. I knew this would happen eventually. Fucking see you around, Steph.
Steph tells her that it isn't about Arcadia Bay, although she knows inside that everything is about Arcadia Bay. Ultimately, they do break up. As written in Steph's story, she says, "On some level, I've been in a holding pattern since the storm, since Mom died. I put myself in some kind of emotional cryo chamber, waiting for the day it doesn't hurt anymore to emerge. But that's not really living. Living is about making choices, taking action, doing things that will make me happy. It's about getting in the driver's seat and finding the path that will lead me where I'm supposed to go. Instead, I've been letting Izzy steer this all this time, pursuing her dreams, fighting for her joy, living for Izzy's dreams so I don't have to figure out what mine are." Here, she finally faces her inner self and realizes the mask she's been wearing for other people has just been preventing her from finding what will truly make her happy, which in turn helps her realize that going to Haven Springs was something she needed for herself, even if she had no plans of staying there at the time. Steph originally was going to hang out in Haven Springs just for a week or two until she knew what her next move was going to be. It wasn't until she bought a ticket to Denver and was convinced by Gabe to stay that she settled down. She was attempting to run away again and not get attached, but Gabe saw in her that she loved it there, and it was what she needed to stay. Deep down, Steph knew it too. In college, she got the swallow tattoo on her chest after deciding she would never return to Arcadia Bay, the wings guiding her where she needs to go, and they carried her to Haven Springs. Gabe gets her the radio station and record store job, and she gets set up in her own apartment. In Wavelengths, we see her get settled into town and her new job. Her personality is on display throughout the whole shop, with a Women of Power poster and a fully decorated store during Pride Month. We also see her maneuvering her emotions during the anniversary of the storm. She avoids Mikey despite him reaching out. Once again, we see her running away, as opposed to dealing with the trauma head-on because of how extremely difficult it is.
I mean, why are you doing this? I ghosted you. Again. When I ghost people, they go away. That's how it works. But you didn't. Why?
Why do you think?
Because I'm such a car wreck of a person, you can't look away even if you want to.
Is that really what you think? I need you. That's why I keep coming back. In high school, I didn't know who I was without being Steph's best friend. And now when we hang out, it feels like I'm bringing that part of myself back from the dead. I need you because I'm not strong enough to be my real self without you in my life.
Mikey, I'm so sorry.
I know you are.
It's not just you. If it makes you feel any better. I do this shit to everyone. Ever since Arcadia Bay, it's like the moment I start to care about someone or some place, that's it. It's a matter of time before I find something wrong. And I'm out.
Talking it through with Mikey, who was there with her during the storm, helps, and she realizes that she needs him too. Together, they help each other to not allow what happened in Arcadia Bay to control their lives. We hear this conclusion through the lyrics of the original song she writes.
I'm not just running, I'm reacting. That's why you can't see that I must remain. It's a long way from home and I'm left in the mountains. Stephanie amputates everything good, and the first thought I catch when I wake is what's left of me. Do I self-suffice in unlikelihood? I'm through being over it. You should know I
That song's a banger. We even get some closure with Izzy when she texts Steph. There's no bad blood there, just two girls on different journeys. Then, we see her first meet Alex Chen, Gabe's sister, at the record store the day Alex gets to town. Naturally, since Steph and Gabe are best friends, she officially introduces herself to Alex later at the Black Lantern.
Alex, right? I'm Steph.
Steph comes out as a nerd to Alex and talks about a LARP she's organizing that Gabe and Ethan are joining, and invites Alex to join sometime too if she likes. Then, they play the jukebox game together, where one person picks a song and the other person has to guess it. Whoever loses has to drink the nasty experimental flavored shot. Unfortunately, the lighthearted moments don't last too long before tragedy strikes. Gabe, Alex, and Ryan go up to the mining site to find Ethan, and a blast detonates that ends up killing Gabe. A wake is held, and Steph goes upstairs to talk to Alex. They grieve together, and we see her become vulnerable with Alex. She doesn't ghost her to protect herself from the pain. She's able to talk about Gabe with her, which allows her to form a genuine connection with Alex. Alex cheers up Steph with a foosball game, and Steph tells Alex that it is not her job to keep it together. Steph knows this from her own personal experiences with loss, and despite her fear of it, she longs for a connection like this.
It's not your job to keep it together.
Thanks.
Through the events of True Colors, Steph gets closer to Alex. Alex really admires the work Steph put into the LARP just to try to cheer up Ethan. My personal favorite part is when Alex offers her hand in marriage to Steph and she gay panics.
My hand in marriage. And all of its associated benefits. And you should know, I wouldn't offer if I didn't mean it.
The confident mask has slipped. Mask as in cover up, but the other mask works too. Alex picks Steph as the hotter distraction in their plan to discover more information surrounding Gabe's death. Alex hands Steph a rose during the Spring Festival, and they perform music together, Steph on drums and Alex on guitar and vocals, allowing Steph to enjoy doing her passion again, for the first time since drugstore makeup. The rooftop scene is so important. Steph tells Alex she wants to travel, and wants her to come with. She tells Alex,
Look, I don't want to pressure you, but I've seen you give so much of yourself to make sure other people get what they need. And I guess I wonder if you've thought about what you need.
This is true in Alex's case, being the empath she is, always helping others. But it's true for Steph, too. Alex helps her heal, and not just the loss of Gabe.
Kiss me, kiss me, kiss me.
They go through getting justice for Gabe together, and Steph is ride or die for Alex. Steph and Alex can move forward, whether that's staying in the home they formed in Haven Springs, or traveling, seeking adventure, and playing music. It truly doesn't matter, because she has a real home with Alex. A real home with someone for the first time.
Fuck it. I want to stay here too.
Either way, she knows it is okay to chase what she wants, and she is no longer running away. Steph Gingrich doesn't react perfectly to her trauma from losing Rachel, her mom, and Arcadia Bay, because she is human. Through her opening up and allowing herself to be vulnerable, forming connections, and building a home for herself in Haven Springs and in Alex, she learns to heal, grow, and move forward in finding happiness. Her journey proves the power of confronting one's past to create a stronger, more authentic future. I'm really glad they continued with her character after Before the Storm. Katie Bentz did a phenomenal job voicing her, and she's just written so well. We, of course, love queer representation. It's one of the things that makes the Life is Strange series so awesome. Thank you for watching. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this, so it was a really fun project to put together, especially since I haven't written anything like this since high school. So yeah, once again, thank you to anyone who made it this far.